Hi, this is 1 week short of 5 months post knee replacement, and here is what my update is for the last couple of weeks. So to begin with, I have been able to achieve the long eluded foot grab. Now, I first was able to do it in the pool, in the hydrotherapy pool, but not on land. For the last wee while I've been able to do it on land, but I have not been able to lift my leg up. My hamstring's been too weak, and so I've had to pick my foot up off the floor. But I discovered recently that I can do it now like this. Now I'm currently working on trying to get the shoulder level. I can now get the knees together. I couldn't to begin with, but stood up straight with shoulder level is what I'm working on next, but that has got to be good progress. I've been working hard on strength, single leg strength, in both the pool and in the gym at the hospital, and now I can do squats. I can also do lunges both way round, and when I was trying this today, I actually discovered that I can do the reverse lunge with bad knee backwards better than I thought I could. It's not something I've tried for a while because it was always too painful, but this is what it looks like now. And I've now got a little bit of basic plyometrics in, so here is what I've got to work on now with a hop and hold. Cycling outdoors. Now we're doing an interesting little journey with the cycling outdoors, same way as I did with the cycling indoors. The first time I discovered that I was able to cycle off down the road, the knee's a bit clunky and stiff to begin with until it gets going, but now I've discovered that where I used to do that on the spin bike, and it used to be ow, ow, ow till it stops hurting, now I can cycle off down the street on my time trial bike quite easily, and I know that the leg will go round and that it will loosen up. I've only got to go over the bridge to the roundabout, and it's usually feeling all right by then. So it's improving all the time, and the speed that it takes to get it limber and moving is also improving all the time. So I'm feeling pretty positive. Now I've been increasing my cycling and trying to build my endurance back up because it was shocking. When I first went out for a bike ride the very first time, I could only do about 2 minutes of pedaling before I had to freewheel because my leg was like, yada. Now I'm up to been able to do a good pace ride for 30 odd minutes at a good solid effort level, and I've got a little loop that's 16 kilometers that I have been doing for years. And the other day I managed to achieve a PB on this route, and I'm talking about before the knee op as well, as far as I can remember, with an average of over 26 kilometers an hour for the 34 minutes and 40 seconds that it took me. So I'm feeling pretty good about this little old leg. It's getting there, but I still have a long way to go with power through that knee. I struggle with any type of wind resistance. It almost grinds me to a halt, and I also struggle with any type of hill. It also grinds me to a halt. So although I'm working on endurance now to get my cycling distances back up, I've also got to work on power through that leg and get that leg working like the other one. It's still way weaker, and the visible difference between the two quad muscles is still massive. So I've still got a long way to go, but the baby steps are making me feel pretty cool. The other week I also reached another milestone. Back in January, Mark asked me did I want to cycle the Surf to City. Now I wasn't sure if I'd be able to even reach 12 kilometers by then, back in January when he asked me, but I said, go on, enter me anyway. Now, it's not a race that I usually bother too much with because it's only 12k, and I usually cycle to the beach as well to make it a little bit more purposeful, making it 24k. Now, this day that I did this was the first time that I had ever gone that far. Here is the update. Today is the 2019 Invercargill City Council Surf to City. Now usually I don't really get too much knickers in a knot with this event. I did it last year as part of Mark's work, but it's not really a big event for me because it's only 12 kilometres. But this year has taken a slightly different turn because it's 12 kilometres plus another 12 for me to cycle from my house to the beach. 24 kilometres. You didn't used to be a big deal, but it will be the furthest I've ridden on a bike post knee replacement. I'm feeling pretty confident about it, even though I haven't covered the distance, but I'll let you know how I went later. Pleased to say I made it! 24k and the knee is fine. Now, of course, my swimming has been ticking along nicely in the background there, in between all the cycling and rehab and whatnot. And I have got my swimming is now feeling pretty good as well. I've got no trouble with that leg, and all I've got to do now is remember to keep using it because I have adapted swimming for so long to avoid the leg. But this week I managed to swim 5 kilometres over 2 days. So I did 3 kilometres one day, 2 kilometres the other day. But I was feeling pretty good because the last time I've been able to swim that sort of distance, I was not breaking any records. I just like sort of smooched along with my 3k and did it inside an hour. But it's the first time in, I can't remember, maybe 12, 18 months, maybe longer than that, since I've been able to do that. Because as we're leading up to the knee op, swimming started to be affected as well because the kick was actually painful. So I stopped that as well. So I'm feeling positive about that too. And I have also managed to get my workload up to almost back to full time. Now it's currently sitting at between 35-37 hours a week. The last couple of weeks I've achieved that, and I am really not wanting to increase it any more than that. I used to knock out 50-60 hour weeks sometimes, and I really don't think that is conducive to a positive mental attitude. So I'm hoping that I can keep it ticking at 35 to 37-ish sort of hours a week. When I was younger, 40-hour week was always considered to be the full-time working week. Now it's 30 to 35. If I manage to achieve that and can keep it at 35 to 37-ish, I can still do all of the fitness and rehab and stuff like that in the background, and that it makes me a happier person. I asked Mark the other day, was there a difference between before and now when it comes to me and the way I project myself, and he said that now that I am back exercising, I'm a much more positive person. So there it is, in living proof that you can affect your mental attitude by simply adding exercise into your program. And if you've got a knee replacement, you will know that you've now got a lifelong appointment with exercise, because if you stop using it, it will stop working. So that's my update. 1 week from now, it'll be 5 months post-op, and I'm feeling really positive.